Salvation International Preparatory School. Salvation International Preparatory School. A place to be, a school to go. We'll build you up from the cradle to university. Salvation International Preparatory School. Salvation International Preparatory School. A place to be, a school to go. We'll build you up from the cradle to university.
Good morning, class.
Good morning, sir.
Thank you. As you can see, the subject we're having is English language. Can we say it together?
English language.
And the topic we'll be considering is sounds in English language. Can we say it together?
Sounds in English language.
And I believe that from your knowledge of SS1 and SS2, you should have a little bit knowledge on sounds in English language. And under this sounds in English language, we have a subtopic under it, which is consonant sound and vowel sound. Can we say it together?
Consonant sounds and vowel sounds.
So let me help you students with the definition of consonant sound and vowel sound. So what's consonant sound? To be precise, consonant sound can be defined as the sounds you produce and there is obstruction when producing it. The process of producing consonant sound is always coming out with obstruction. Just imagine this word. There are three nasal sounds. There are three nasal sounds. And if you are pronouncing this sound, M, N, and If you are pronouncing these three sounds, you know that there's a very, very vital obstruction there. You are pronouncing you are pronouncing and you are pronouncing It's all because the air is coming out of your nose. That's why it's nasal. It's nasal. And whenever you are pronouncing it, the air comes out of your nose. So now that's for consonant sound. Whenever you are pronouncing consonant sound, there is always what? An obstruction. Then whenever you are pronouncing vowel sound, there is no obstruction. There is no obstruction. If you are pronouncing vowel sound, like how many vowel sounds do we have? 20 vowel sounds. So now if I pronounce this sound, is there any obstruction?
No.
If I pronounce A, is there any obstruction?
No.
If I pronounce E, any obstruction?
No.
We have 20 vowel sound, right? And we have monophthongs, we have diphthongs, and we have triphthongs. And I said vowel sound is produced without obstruction. So whenever you are producing vowel sound, there is no obstruction. Like the sound A, E, E, O, U. The other vowel sound also, like the short sound, which is there's no obstruction at all. And under this vowel sound, we have the monophthongs, which are just a sound. We have diphthongs, which are a combination of two sounds together, forming one sound. Then we have triphthongs, which are a combination of three sounds, forming just a sound. So now, other consonant sound. We are going back to consonant sound now. Other consonant sound, we have voiced consonant sound, and we have what? Voiceless consonant sound. The voiced consonant sound are called voice because whenever you produce them, they vibrate. And the voiceless are called voiceless consonant sound because whenever you produce them, there is no vibration. Now, how many voiced consonant sound do we have, class? 15 voice. Thank you very much. How many voices do we have?
9.
Now, I taught you students a formula that will help you to remember the 9 voiceless consonant sound that we have. So now, what are the 9 voiceless consonant sound?
Hello, Sister Shola. Please come to church from theater.
Fine, it's as simple as that. So let me write on the board, then I will write out the sound for you. We have hello. I've written the formula on the board. We have hello Sister Shola, please come to church from theater. So now let's bring out the sound. The first sound will be what? That's the H sound, which is Just imagine maybe someone slaps your friend in your presence. You say ha. You know it is outside. That one is like, it is very obvious that you're saying ha. But this sound, if you want to pronounce it, to be yes. So that is the sound. Then move to the next sound. Sister, 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 sister. So the sound there, the first sound there is what? You have your s. Then we have shola, shola. Class, can you pronounce that word? Shola, shola. What sound is that? There's a difference between s and sh. If you want to write the c sound, you are going to write s. It's not different from s sound. Then if you are going to write the sh sound, you are going to elongate the s. That makes the difference. So let's move to please. Please. What's the first sound there? Pop, pop, pop. That's the sound. That's sound P. Pop, pop. Please. Hot. Perish. Please. So that's the sound. Let's move to the next one. We have come. Come. The sound. Come. Now we have to. What's the first sound there? That's the T sound. As in tortoise, as in tyranny. Then move to the church. Now, wait. What's right between this and this one? The one is sharp and one is light. One is thick and one is light. Because this one is shola and this one is what? Church. You can see the difference. Church. So the sound is this. This is the sound. Church. As in march. As in give me one word again. Machete. Yes. So that's just for the sound. Then move to from. What's the first sound there? That's the sound. Then the last one is theater. First, look at my mouth. Theater. 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 Those of you pronounce it wrongly. It is theater. 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 So it's not theater that you guys pronounce. You know that's our Nigerian English. It's not theater. It is theater. 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 Authority. 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 So this is the sound. It's like the theta sound. You know in mathematics, you see this sound. This side is theta sound, but it is theater. 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 It's as if you are pronouncing this sound and this sound together, but it's not possible to pronounce this together. That's why it is theater. Authority. It is pronounced as authority, and we can see it in other words like theater, like Catholic, and there are many examples. So now what we just did now is just this voiceless consonant sound. So now let's move to the voiced consonant sound. And I said there are 15 number, right? Yes.
As a parent, I have always asked, how can I prepare my children for the infrastructural development and socio-economic evolution of the next decade? With the ongoing speed of globalization, how can I position my children to perform excellently in a rapidly changing society? The answer is and has always been to give them a solid foundation, academically, spiritually, and morally. Salvation International Preparatory Schools, with her team of highly qualified tutors, conducive environment for learning, state-of-the-art computer and science laboratories coupled with quality day and boarding facilities, is the place to be. For more information, contact 080-233-76135. SIPS remains the birthplace of leaders.
So now we have the first one, number one, which is bo. Bo. We have the. We have this sound. We have this sound. Class, what's the other signs that we have? Can you mention it? We have the three nasal sound, which is. Then what's the last one? Alright. Is it complete like this? Yes, these are the 15 voice consonant sound. So now let's just pronounce it before we give examples. The first one is what? Ball. As in what? Ball. As in ball, as in battle, as in big. Then we have the second, which is dog. As in what? Dog. Dog. Let's move to the next one. We have van. Van. The difference between this B sound and the voiceless F sound is that this one it is voicey, this one is vibrating when you pronounce it, and this one is light. We have, and this one is, can see the vibration. Then this one is what? As in worry. Worry. Yes, it's in water also. This one is we have it in zebra. Zebra. Then we have, what is this sound? The as in father. Father, the th, father, mother, brother. Then we have the following one, which is g. As in what? As in goats. Then we have the sound which is y sound, y, as in university, junior, as in jam, as in yesterday. So let's use jam and let's use junior. Now note that this sound, whenever you want to pronounce this sound, it's always invincible in some words, like the word junior. You can't find this sound here, but it's actually appearing at the front here. Because if you transcribe it, you will see the sound there. So whenever you see words that has this sound, but it's not appearing in the word, you have to be very careful with the transcription. Like this one now, what's representing this sound? Y, jam. It's Y that is representing this sound. So you can see it as Y, and it can be invisible in some words, like university. This sound is invisible there, but when you transcribe it, it's actually there. You cannot say university, you cannot say union, but you say junior. So this sound first, junior. So that is it. The sound is there. So move to the following one, which is what? G. You know the way you pronounce this sound, this letter in alphabet. You know it is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. So that is the sound for this. G. As in what? George. You can see it as J, and you can see it as DGE. Please note, it is DGE because if in your pronunciation it was George. And if you leave this E outside, if you don't underline this E, then what's the sound of that E? You can see it's not relevant. So that's why you have to underline DGE. Because DGE together is forming G. George. We have it in other words like Dodge. We have it in Jerry. So we have the list of what sound is this? As in mirage. Major. Mirage. GE. It's also in measure. Let me put it up here. Measure. S. You can see it as S and you can see it as GE. So now we have the next one, which is R. I told you that this sound is liquid under the manner of articulation. So it is R. As in what? Rabbits. And we have the next one, which is what? The sound M, N, and this one is their what? Nasal sound. So we have the sound which is what? As in man, as in monkey. We have Then we have the one which is as in nasal itself. Nasal. It is here. Nasal. We have it in nose. Let's add nose to it. Nose. Then we have I told you students that whenever you want to pronounce this you either see it as NK or you see it as NG. Either you see it as NK K or N-G. As in the word sing. Sing. N-G. N-G. Please be very careful. This sound, is accompanied by this sound at times. Look at this word, English. English. If I ask you to transcribe it, let's transcribe it. What's the first sound? Then you have this sound. But do you know that this sound G still appears? Then we have your L, then we have your E, then we have your sh. So English. You ask me a question that why is the G still showing? Pronounce English, let me see. You can see that before you move to this L, you are feeling this sound there. Good. And this sound itself is not it is It doesn't drop, but it is like sing. But this one, it is English.
Salvation International Preparatory School. Salvation International Preparatory School. A place